Welcome. This is Coach Dorf. We're in section 5.1/5.2, and we're looking at the homework example where we're trying to estimate the value of an integral by using four subintervals and using left endpoints and right endpoints to estimate the area under the green curve. All right, so the first thing to notice is, and this works for both part A and part B, is that if I have four subintervals, we want those subintervals to have equal length. And what is going to be the length of them? Well, I'm going from -4 to 4. So x equals -4 to x equals 4. Those are the numbers on the integral sign. And so that length is 8. And I have four subintervals. So the length of each subinterval is going to equal that total length divided by the number of subintervals, which is 4. So I'm going to get a length of 2. Now, why do I need that? Well, what I'm doing here is, if I've got my curve here, I'm going to be looking at a rectangle that's underneath the curve, and I'm going to be approximating the area of this, the area of this rectangle. And it's going to equal the base times the height. And this is the base, we'll call it B1, and we're going to use this as the height. We'll call that H1. Now, what is the base then? The base is going to be the length of each subinterval. So this 2 here is going to equal the base of each rectangle. And that's why that's important. All right, so in part A here, we'll do this in blue. So part A, we are using left endpoints. Now the left endpoints and the right endpoints tell us what's going to be the height of the function, or the height of the rectangle. So let's look at this. I'm going to break up in my four rectangles. So here's the base in blue of one of my rectangles. Since I'm using left endpoints, I want the height to start on the left side of this line and go up until I hit the green curve. So that's going to be the height there. So my rectangle is going to look like that. All right. So the area, let me put this down here. Area of is going to equal, let me rewrite this one. Sorry. I'll write it this way. Area is going to equal area of rectangle 1 plus area of rectangle 2 plus area of rectangle 3 plus area of rectangle 4. And again, I know I have four rectangles because I'm using four subintervals. So what is this going to equal then? Well, the area is going to be the base times the height of each one of these. And I know that the base in each case is 2. So I need to figure out what the height is. All right, so the height is going to be using the left endpoints. So in that case, it's just going to be, I draw my rectangle. So in this one, for the first one, the height is 1. For the second one, I draw my second rectangle. I use the height until I hit the green curve and make that into my rectangle. And that height here is 3. I make my third rectangle. There's the base. The height is till I hit the green curve down there, and that height is 2. So that one's going to be a 2 there. And the last one, there's my base. I keep going until I hit the green curve, which is that rectangle there, and that has a height of 1. All right. And when I add those together, then I have 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 1, which is going to be, 6 there, which is going to be 13. All right, now let's do, we're going to do part B. We'll do right endpoints. And how is this one different? Well, it's the same idea. We're going to do the area. It's going to equal area of rectangle 1 plus area of rectangle 2 plus area of rectangle 3 plus area of rectangle 4. And that's going to be B1, H1 plus B2, H2 plus B3, H3 plus B4, H4. And just like before, because I'm doing equal subintervals and there are 4 of them and my total length is 8, each base is going to be 2. And what I just need to do is find out the height then of each corresponding one. Now this time, since I'm using right endpoints, I'm going to draw my rectangle. So I'll do the base. Here's the base of 1. But now, instead of starting on the left side at -4, I'm going to start at the right side at -2 and go up until I hit the curve. So I have that. So now my rectangle looks like this. Notice how that's different than the blue rectangle we did in the first one. The first one had a height of 1. Here, my height now is 3. All right, then I do my second rectangle. I do the right-hand side, so where x equals 0 instead of where x equals -2. I do the right-hand side, and I go up until I hit the green curve, and that has a height of 2. Then I do my third rectangle, go up until I hit the height of the curve, and that gives me a height of 1. The last one, I have to actually go down in my rectangle. So my rectangle will be below the x-axis, and that's going to give me a height of -2 because I'm below the axis. And then I just compute these. I get 6 plus 4 plus 2 minus 4, and that's going to give me then a value of 8. All right. Generally, the value for your left endpoints and your right endpoints will not equal each other, and that's okay. Again, what this does is we're using the left endpoints in the blue diagram at the beginning. That gives me an estimate value, an estimation value for the value of the integral. And then I use the right endpoints in red here to also give me an estimate for the value of the integral. All right, hope that helps.